I am recording to the cloud. Okay, so hi everyone. This is our Monday Lunch and Learn, and Sharon is just popping in real quick to talk about tomorrow's customer appreciation event. So she has all the details and all the people that are going to be part of it. So I'm turning it over to Sharon, and then she'll turn it back to me when she's done.
Thank you. I think it's good. Do you mind me sharing the PowerPoint? It's really cool. We got it from Victoria Schlumbuck, the young millennial, and so we took some of her ideas. Karen helped me last night. Melanie, I know you offered, but I felt bad. So,
Oh,
anyway,
that's okay.
I didn't take you up on it.
No, I don't.
But we happen to be talking. Oh shoot, is it gonna go? Oh. Anyway, I'm so excited because one of my customers, you could see her text here, Joanne. Where is she? She just said today, okay, sounds good. I'll be ready for this. Glad I can help. You know how much I love this product. 10 years this month, I started taking it. She has been on it. When I met her, she had cancer and she had a port and she was going for radiation. She'd already lost her hair. So this was actually something that helped her continue her chemo and radiation and all that stuff. So anyway, it's going to be fun. It's going to go from, this just welcoming and everything, telling them why they're here and thanking them, talking about our company, just giving them some background on the company so that they feel good about it, and the fact that we give back. So I'll talk a little bit about that. And then that we are here, in all these countries, and there's some upcoming ones. I got these from the new virtual franchise presentation. Hurley might be on the right. And then, so I'm going to ask where they're from. That's when I'll ask. And then the next question is, which one of these are you taking? So it'll expose them to the different products that we have. And then we'll ask, why are you taking Juice Plus? So it's going to be a chat, an interactive chat. So a lot of interaction in the beginning. This is a quick 1-minute message with Mitra Ray and plasticity and how our immune system works. It's good. And then this is like the Juice Plus experience things. And we could say, have you experienced any of these benefits? And also, Michelle, you're right around here, Michelle, with the trio. Actually, before Mitra, Michelle's going to share why she's taking it and also how she gets fruits and vegetables in with the salad jar. So that's Michelle. And then Mitra, and then this, I'll go over this quickly and ask them, if they want to share any benefits in the chat. And then here's where Nalani will come in. I'm going to show the Omega video. They're all like 1-minute videos. They're super quick. And I'll introduce it as this is our newest product. You might not know about it. We just want to make sure you know about all the products. And then Nalani's going to share how she puts it on her skin. And yeah, if there's something really quick you want to share about the benefit of omegas or just a summary statement, everything needs to be really quick. And then we're going to give away a prize, and then I'm going to have Joanne share. Joanne, the one that had cancer, okay? And then this is actually a shake video, and it's really quick also. And then have Jules and Doug share. Jules is going to talk about why she recommends the shake. She's going to talk about her energy balls. And then Doug, almond milk. He's going to just talk about how you can make your own almond milk. That we use the shake all the time, and we've just now made one more simple change. We'll infuse all that kind of stuff. And then Karen's going to talk about the resources that we have, free resources. Okay. And then we're going to give away another prize. And then this is a quick 1-minute video about the Tower Garden. And then the two Kristens are on this one. So Kristen Winters is going to just share how she loves the Tower Garden. That was what attracted her. And also kale chips. And Kristen Bosse, she could also mention the Tower Garden. And I think she's going to make a mojito that she's just going to share how you can use the mint from the Tower Garden and it's fresh and blah, blah, blah. Right? And then Dr. Sirota is going to be on. And so she's going to give a quick minute, okay? About, just everything, bringing it all together, how important it is for us to stay healthy. And then here's the end, thank you for being a customer. We definitely want to gift you with a gift of appreciation and then some options, okay? And then they can put in the chat which options they want, and their team member can see that. And then one more giveaway. Is that good?
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good.
But if you have any, recommendations or feedback, or I hate that slide,
I just have two questions. Well, the first question is that I had contacted my daughter and she put it in her schedule that she would play the jig,
right.
the Irish jig for us.
Okay, so after this,
Okay,
or I could get rid of this giveaway, but I mean, that's 3 giveaways. It's nice, right?
yeah.
And
that's
then
nice.
after this, well, if you want to send me something with her picture and her kudos, that'd be awesome. I'll put it on the
Okay.
last slide.
Okay,
I'm so
and then
glad
the
you-
other thing is, where did you get that video on the shake? Is that on,
I
is that with the
know.
rest of them on Freedom Revolution? That
I
one,
don't
Health
know.
on the Go?
I can see like right here, somewhere there's a YouTube link when I press it.
Oh, it's on YouTube. Okay, no big deal.
Yeah, it's
I'll
on
find it.
YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Those are the
I
only
have
questions?
just one suggestion too.
Okay.
I noticed on the resources slide, it was
Uh-huh.
very light. It was a little hard to read,
Okay.
the resources. So you
I'll go
might want to
back.
darken it, the background.
Okay. Oh, good. The background. All right.
Yeah, where the words are.
Karen, that really is a video. So I'll show that video and then they can add in.
Oh, the shake one. Okay. Yeah.
I clicked on the thing and it went.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, we thought it was just a picture. So
Yeah.
the other thing too, if we're going to have other customers possibly mention,
Oh,
then
yeah.
we want to have Nalani's daughter do before the last drawing.
I forgot about the other people. Okay, so Amanda, I have here, but I don't know. I have to talk to her and make sure. But if you have a customer or somebody, please let me know if you've already lined up somebody. If you haven't, don't, please. So I'll figure it out. And then, yeah, I was gonna say, maybe Karen, you can do, maybe Karen, can we do it here? And that way you'll remember
To do what?
to say, do we have any customers that want to just add in,
Well, so we were going to do it at the end, remember, just in
know.
case we had a,
Oh,
wild card
okay.
that,
That's true. Okay, you're gonna have to remind me, Karen, because I'll forget, but it should be right here. Anyone else as a customer would feel comfortable. That's where I had it. It's just, I already forgot.
well, and if we forget, we forget. It's not a big deal,
Usually I do. I imagined a lot of customers were gonna be on here sharing their stories, but I don't have them lined up. I don't know if you do. So I went with this.
Well, and so the other thing too, in the one where the slide where we say, what kind of benefits have you gotten? If people are actually putting it in the chat, if we can get all the leaders to look at that, because if there's somebody that really stands out, we may want to just say, hey, I don't know if at the end you feel comfortable, Barbara, but would you share your story? What you mentioned in the chat is amazing. Maybe we can do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna need.
That's very organic too. It works.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm going to turn this over to Michelle. So anyway, I'm super excited. I wanted to come on here and just share that because as I get more of a vision for it, I get more excited. So I want you guys to be able to use the PowerPoint at some other time if you want. Like Stacy, if you're in a different time zone that doesn't work for you, it's Tuesday night at 8 Eastern, so it's 6 your time. You can always borrow the PowerPoint and do it with smaller groups too. Okay.
Thank you, and congratulations and happy birthday to Matthew
Thank you. Yeah, Matt.
and Charlene.
Birthday. Yeah.
Thank you.
Charlene, it's your birthday?
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful. Yes, 8 Eastern Tuesday night stays. Yes, I'll send you the flyer. The flyer's also on Team Transformers, I believe, in the announcements and the Voxer chat. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay. So everyone's excited about our customer appreciation tomorrow. I know every customer, I sent it to all my customers, almost all of them, only ones that weren't brand new, and they are excited. Like, I was amazed at the response. So I'm even more excited that they're happy to attend this event that's really focused on them. So take advantage. This is such a great way to just like give back to your customer. They appreciate it. They feel loved, and that's what we want them to feel. So for those of you that don't know me, I am Michelle Fletcher. I am a direct partner to Sharon Farrar. Been on the team. Come May, it will be 10 years. 10 years. Oh my gosh. Time flies when you're having fun, seriously. And I am a QNMD, and I have just learned so much over the years. But one of the things that I've learned, even though with what we do in our business, we have the systems in place that stay the same, the way that we do business may change from time to time. And I've seen that significantly because when I started, I wasn't even on social media at all. Sharon signed me up for it. And how we communicate on social media has changed throughout the years. And I'm going to touch on just some of those things. So we're going to be talking about the system, but like one aspect of the system, and that aspect really is like the first 4 things where you're trying to get customer acquisition, you're doing customer care, partner acquisition, and startup. Like all these things, it's like a cycle. And when you do them, you're modeling them to people that may end up joining your team, and they're modeled the same things. So it is a system, and when you follow the system works. So today I chose the topic of engagement, and there's so many ways that we engage in this business. Let me open my notes up. There's so many ways. And so I mentioned social media. I'm going to come back to that, but just know that the basics are what you would do before social media, what they did before they had social media. What were they doing? They were talking to people one-on-one. You were picking up a phone, or you were meeting up with someone and having this conversation. Or you could, like, I love the fact that we have the ability now to do friends and family events. So you're new, you can schedule a friends and family for, you know, those people closest to you to know what now you're doing. And so they're aware when they see maybe something you're posting, they understand that you're sharing this type of information. Then there's also, you can have an event, and there's so many events that you could do. One that I think can work really well for you right now is kind of like the Facebook events. I'm working on our team, and starting with myself as a test dummy, doing Facebook Messenger events. We used to, in the past, do a lot of Facebook parties. And this was pretty much the education that's on the Freedom Revolution. It's the presentation, the slides, and then you'd have captions above the slides with the education and, you know, guiding them through like the steps on why we need more fruits and vegetables, how Juice Plus can be a simple solution for them. So that's another way. Or you can just be posting educational information on social media that will draw people to you too. Like they're seeing that you're this resource, you're this lighthouse for education and nutrition. So that's another way. We have Zoom, where now this is how we're interacting more today because of the pandemic, but Zoom has been a great lifeline for us to stay connected with people. So maybe you can't go to a coffee shop and meet up with someone. You can connect on Zoom and you get to see each other face to face, or you can do it on your phone if you both have Apple products. I don't have Apple anymore, but there's ways that you can do all of this. But I am going to focus a little bit on social media and some of the things that I've learned, because I am going through a whole new transition again of learning kind of where social media is heading. And so I've been doing some research and just looking at what's out there. So I didn't want to make this where I was like talking at you guys the entire time. I was like, I don't want to make it like that. But at the same time, I do want to share this information. So guys, if you have like anything from what I've said so far, if you're thinking, oh, there's something else that she didn't mention in ways that we communicate and we acquire customers or share information, let me know. Listen, I'm looking at Stacy because I'm like, if Stacy's not saying anything, then I guess I covered the majority, which is good because she'll always interject. She's like full of wisdom. But okay, so I want to talk about what I have been learning when it comes to Instagram. I think a lot of us have heard about what's been going on with Facebook. And then I also attended a training this weekend on LinkedIn. So I'm going to try and just like squeeze all these things in, and hopefully they can give you some insight. Just know that there's no one way to do this business. You know, you can do it in so many different ways. And then there's no pressure to try to do things that maybe you're not so comfortable with now. But I will say that YouTube is an amazing resource. Pretty much anything you want to know how to do, someone went on YouTube and created the video on how to do it. So that's how I got to learn more about using Reels on Instagram. So Instagram has gotten aware of the fact that TikTok, and I'm hoping that all of you on here know what TikTok is, because if you have a grandchild or a child, you probably know what TikTok is, where they're making videos and dancing. And from the moment my daughter got on that app, I said to myself, how in the world could I use this to promote my business? And I could not, my brain wasn't functioning on how to do it, but people are doing it now. So there's millions of people around the world on TikTok. Like, it's becoming the number one, I think it is the number one social media platform out there at this point. And so Instagram realized they need to keep up, and they created something called Reels, where you can also go in and create videos to music and have little, have verbiage on there at certain points. And just the learning curve I had to go through. And guys, I have a degree in IT, and I was like, what the heck? How are they doing this? It's like, you have to create your own. We're becoming marketers, like serious marketers. Like, we could create commercials by the time we're done with all the technology they throw at us. But I went to YouTube, I looked up how do you create a reel, because I needed the step-by-step play. And I realized I think it's a little different probably on an Apple phone versus an Android, because when she was showing it, I was like, why is this so easy for her? And it was like slight variances with my phone. I have a Google Pixel, but it's, once you get it, it's not that hard. So what it is the fact that people are moving over to doing more of these reels versus posting just the static pictures and the captions or having a video, is because reels get more exposure on Instagram than a typical post. So the more reels that people are doing, the more exposure to more people on Instagram they're getting. So it's just like, their marketing is now no longer limited to maybe 100, but now it's open to like thousands of people that they don't even know. So Instagram is trying to keep up with TikTok with the videos and the music and all of that in that aspect, because they pretty much have taken what TikTok is doing and put it on Instagram. And so these social media platforms are constantly reinventing how they expose their users to the communities out there. And if you're keeping up with the newest things that they're putting out there, then they're giving you more exposure than the more traditional ways of how they initially came about, which Instagram, we all know, was just people were posting pictures on there, beautiful pictures. That's how it started. And then it kind of moved into people realized they could promote themselves and do all these things. And you have people that are influencers and all these things. So people are paying them to promote their products because they have so much influence and so many followers. Well, now you can like double or triple your exposure and your followers by if you create really great reels. So I just want you guys to be aware of that, because I'm in this group with all these, I think, what do they call them? Millennials. And they are creating all these reels. And I'm like, okay, this looks like a lot of work. You have to be really creative. And I was like, why? What's the point of doing this? And then I realized they figured out the algorithms allow you to get seen by more people that you probably are not even connected to. And so that exposure is even larger to a wider group of people. So guys, do you have any questions about that? Like, does that make sense?
Hey, Michelle, definitely makes sense. Have you found that putting those, the amount of time that it took to learn it and then to make the videos, are you getting conversations started from that? Or is it more just to put the information out there for visibility?
So I just created my first official reel last week. And I will say that reel has gotten more conversation and comments than anything I've posted in a long time, other than like if I show like my abs or if I'm at the beach. That reel has gotten, and it was like a 15-second video I created. And so I don't know if it was the fact that I was doing something different that I hadn't done before that made it have so much conversation. But I think it just, I know when I'm going through social media and I hear something with music or I see someone like doing something different, I'll pause and say, oh, what is this? So I know it does pull people in because I'm pulled into those types of posts. So I realized I need to do them a little bit more. And if I can like start doing like 1 or 2 a week, that would be good. But at least I learned how to do it. So now going forward, I mean, I watched a video on YouTube. I watched one before, it was like 9 minutes. I didn't really still understand. Then I found another one. She really went step by step. And that one was like 20 minutes. And that one was worth the time invested because now I know how to do the reels. And yeah, it takes a little bit of, it takes a little bit of adjusting, but I figured it out and now I'm good. I can do it.
Michelle,
Can you share your screen and show it
I
to
was
us?
just about to do that. I just pulled her
Yes.
up. I just pulled her reel up.
Yeah,
and
I
said,
just pulled it up.
So
Can you share? Can you share?
Before-
Do you want me to share my screen or can you share yours, Michelle?
So let me just share real quick. I said I'm not going to do that only because it's going to take too much for me to do it. Like I did it all on my phone. I didn't do it on my computer. And
I can
really what
share
I
it
did
on
was
my
I looked at
computer.
the video of the girl. But because reel wasn't the only thing I'm going to talk about today, I didn't want to spend the time of doing a
okay.
whole tutorial on how to do it because I know you guys can go to YouTube and find a million people that are experts that have figured it out. Like if I do it now, I'm still so new. I'm sure I'll like be like, oh, hold on. I'll be going back and do, because when I'm
But
doing
can we
it
just
myself-
watch yours?
That's all I
Yeah,
really
you want to
wanted
go to,
Yeah.
oh, you want to
just
see how I
yours.
did
Yeah.
mine.
Yes.
That's funny.
I had
Listen, I
pulled it up
posted it and like
already.
I
This
just
is-
closed my eyes. I see people pulled it up. Hold on. Let me share my screen and go to Instagram. You guys
Right.
are funny.
No, but I saw that you said it was only 15 seconds and there were all like over 500, like 560 likes. Something like that.
No, I think I have like 100 likes on
No,
it.
no,
I think
no.
I have 100.
It says 560, baby. That's what it says on my computer.
Really? I
What is
haven't
that?
checked that. Oh my gosh, that's wild. Okay, one participant can share at a time. You know what? I think because Sharon was on here sharing, why is it not letting me share? Okay, no, I'm on.
Okay.
Okay. You guys. So I'm gonna go to Instagram. This is too funny. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
You can see I'm on Facebook. Okay, I'm going to Instagram. And let me see, I might have to share sound too, because,
Right.
oh gosh. I have to share the sound. Hold on 1 second.
I know we pulled you off your agenda.
Settings.
Hey, Michelle, real quick, is this,
Yeah.
is the reel alive or did you kind of record that so if you didn't like it, you could stop it?
Yeah, with the reel, you're recording, and if you don't like, you
can redo
trash it and start over.
Okay.
So, and then you can create segments too. You can create one entire segment, or you can break it up into different segments where you'll see people change clothes and be in different. I'm trying to see, where do I share my mic? Oh my goodness.
Oh, just on the
guys.
share screen.
Share it on the, just hold up the phone and do it. We could get an idea just from that.
Okay, I'll do that. Because there's so many extra things on
It
here.
is
that I
a
can
super
see it.
cute video. I just watched it.
I
It's
could just share it real quick, you know.
I'm gonna put it up to, I'm gonna put my phone up to the,
Okay, because I already
screen.
had you ready to go.
That is so funny, Nalani, that you saw. I don't think it has that many, but we'll see.
So I think
And
that that's how many people saw it, but it's at about 100 likes.
Oh, okay.
And then if everybody could
Oh.
switch it to active speaker,
There's the music.
Listen, I get so embarrassed every time. It's just like I post and then I go like this because I'm just like, my husband was scrolling Instagram because he's on there but doesn't have friends. And he was like, what in the world is this? And then he was like, this is hilarious. He's like, you've gotten a lot braver over the years because he knows I'm more conservative, but I do these things for my business. So the fact that you guys have me put it on display is just like making me a little.
You're blushing.
Yes, it's funny.
That is
So I love the fact that it allows you to write little things. So what I put on there, and this song is from back when I was in high school, Creep, but I put, is me again, the fruit and veggie dealer. So you probably couldn't see the writing. And then I put, I'm back to help you feel good and look good. And at the end, I put, DM me if you want to know how you can get started or something like, so each part had different things that it was saying, instructing them to do. So it's a fun way to really keep engagement. I mean, I feel like that's what's happened today. We have really fun ways to engage with people. And TikTok has done that. Instagram is right behind them. Us being able to have lives where people can really look into our lives pretty much. I mean, I don't like going live, but I do it. And I think people really enjoy just like watching you do life. You know, that's what they want to see. So that is my reel. And I promised I would do more TikToks, but I want to talk about what I learned with the LinkedIn, because I feel like a lot of us on here, probably all of us, were professionals at one point, or we may still be professionals in another career. And LinkedIn is just a platform where you do meet professionals. Like, it's a professional platform, and I've been on it for since 2006. What is that, 15 years? I've been on there. One of my last jobs required us to sign up for LinkedIn. They were like, oh yeah, you should sign up for LinkedIn. Everyone here needs to sign up. So I was on LinkedIn before it was even like a big deal. So I've always been on there, which has been a good thing, because over time, every time I left a job, I was still connected with like ex-employees from my previous jobs. And so I have like over 1,000 friends on there, which I haven't even tried. It was just like, oh, just staying connected with people. But now people are using LinkedIn to build their businesses. And the training that I attended this weekend was really good, because this person, he was a network marketer. He's now retired from that industry, but he said that LinkedIn helped to grow his business to like, how many figures, like 7 figures. And he attributes all of that to LinkedIn. I didn't know that you can create live videos on LinkedIn. That is new to me. I post on LinkedIn today, but I post differently on LinkedIn because I know it's mainly professionals on there. So I post with them in mind. Like, if I'm posting, it's mainly just education or how what I'm sharing benefits them. And not just like, I don't post Juice Plus at all on LinkedIn. If anyone has any questions, I want them to think of me as like a resource for help. And so that they can come in and ask, and then I can, offer that as a solution. But I just want to be seen as a health resource and move away from the fact that most people on there that know me knew me as an IT professional. So now they are seeing me more in the light of, okay, I share health information. So he says there's a few things. If you're not on LinkedIn right now, he says LinkedIn is huge, because what people don't realize, out of all the social media platforms that are out there, LinkedIn allows you to actually do searches for the type of person that you would think would be, they call it like your avatar or your audience, like the people that you're looking to share with. Because we add so much information on LinkedIn, like my entire resume is on LinkedIn. It has been, and I've always updated it on there over these years, over 15 years, right? So people know where you are. And I always get job offers from LinkedIn. Like, people are like, oh, would you want to be a systems analyst? Because I see your background, blah, blah, blah. They can see what previous jobs you've done, where you live. I don't know if I don't think you put your age in there, but they can probably tell your age by how you look. So there's a lot of information out there where LinkedIn allows you to do a search. So like, okay, you're thinking, I want to meet people that own gyms in South Florida, and you can do a search for that, and then you can find those people, and you can target them directly. And I was like, man, that's genius. Like, I've been on there all this time and I never even thought to do searches like that, to where I can narrow down, like maybe there's specific doctors you would want to reach out to in your area. Like, oh, chiropractors. Why wouldn't I do a search for all the chiropractors in my area? And then I can send them a message saying, just introducing myself and starting a relationship. And he said, that's the most important thing, is not coming at people with what you're offering and with Juice Plus. You need to connect, find a reason why you connected. He says a lot of times you should probably just go through your first and second generation people, because on LinkedIn, they show you who your direct friend is called a first generation person. Then a friend of your friend is a second generation person. And then there's third generation, fourth generation. LinkedIn like lays it out like that. He says between your first and second generation people that you're connected to, there's no reason to even want to go even further than that, because there's going to be so many people in that pool of just first and generation that there's no need to go to third and fourth, because then you kind of come off a bit spammy, where you're just spamming all these people you don't really know. Whereas the first two generations, or you may have something in common with that second generation, with that friend that connects you. So he says, if you were to just start off with connecting with people that way, you can build a huge network. And then he recommends going live like once a week, at least once a week on LinkedIn. And I was like, what? I didn't even know we could go live on LinkedIn, because if I knew that, I think I would have done it a long time ago. And so when he said that, I thought to myself, a good way to go live would be, who do we know to be on LinkedIn? Professionals. How can we help the busy professional? That, I feel like that is the focus. If you were doing lives, is how you have done things that help you make life easier as a professional. And just sharing information like that could be really good and make you a lighthouse to where people are now coming to you for information. So he shared a lot of really good things. Let me see, there was something else I think he shared. I took a ton of screenshots because it was just so good. But do you guys have any questions about LinkedIn? Are you on LinkedIn? Oh, he says it's very important on how you set up your profile. So your profile should have a professional looking picture. And he says it doesn't have to be like professionally taken. It could be something from your phone, but like a really good headshot so people can see you clearly. You don't want to have other people in it like you would maybe on Facebook, because you want people to know who you are. It's kind of like, it's a little bit like having your resume, but with a, you want to have a professional picture. It is a professional platform. And then you also want to fill in, because on LinkedIn, they give you the option to fill in like information about you. So like your professional background. And he says, the worst thing to do is mention Juice Plus. Do not put the network marketing company you are working for on your profile. He's like, there's no need to do it. Just put everything else that you do in your profile. And when you do connect with people, the conversation, when it comes up in the conversation, because remember, we use the ditch the pitch formula, right? Where we're not just spitting Juice Plus all over people. We're connecting and finding out pain points and having conversations. And then we're bringing it up when we can see we can help solve a problem. So there's no need to have it on your profile, because automatically they're going to think, oh, they're selling something, that's why they're friending me. So don't do that. And then I love the fact that there's a part where on LinkedIn for your profile, you can talk, it has an about you part, and you can have like 3 or 4 paragraphs. I've already done it. So if you guys want an idea of how to set up your LinkedIn, you can go to my profile. But I did about me, and I talked about, former IT professional, but now I've pivoted and I've been in the health and wellness arena for like over 10 years and I'm a health coach. And so I mention all that in these 3 or 4 paragraphs I have on there. It has a limit to how many words, but it does let you fit in a lot. So you can give people, like people can go on there and get to know you from reading your about section of your profile, which is genius. And let me see. So yeah, so those were 2 things I wanted to hit. So the reason why I talked about Reels was because I was like, man, I need to get on top of that. But then when I really thought about Instagram versus LinkedIn, I said, you know what, Instagram has like a lot of people that I don't know really their backgrounds, why they're on Instagram, where I feel like on LinkedIn, I do know the background of a lot of those people. Like most of them are pretty much, a lot of people on LinkedIn are professionals of some type. And I am connected to a lot of them from previous companies. And I'm thinking I am going to redirect my focus to LinkedIn because for me, I feel like it may be a better time spent, and probably people that may be a bit more open to, I don't know, doing a business like this because they already have this professional career that they may be pretty successful at. So guys, unmute. I know I've just like talked so much, but I'd love to hear feedback, or if you guys have anything that you've learned or suggestions, let me know.
Michelle, I know that Jarrett has mentioned before, he's like, why aren't you on LinkedIn? And I said, I have a profile. I just kind of don't know what to do with it. And he said, Michelle's on there. Michelle's always posting in there, or, you know, I don't even know. I don't think it's called posting, whatever it is on that. But he said, she's active on there. You should ask her what she does with it. So that was interesting to hear you talk about that, because I'm not kidding, just maybe a couple weeks ago he mentioned that you were. So I think that's what I struggle with, is posting on Facebook. I'm there mostly because that's where most of my people are. That's where the majority of my audience is. You know, I've got a good following of people that, like, they know who I am by now. If you don't know that Stacy is about fruits and vegetables, like, you just haven't been looking. Your eyes aren't open, right? Like, I don't feel like I have to kind of skirt around so much anymore, or I don't want to say skirt around, but like, it's not even as much about creating curiosity as it is, you know, education. So kind of like, I'm on Instagram, but I don't have a lot of followers. Like, I never put any information on there. So finding content for Facebook, finding content for Instagram, finding content for Gab, because that was a new one that I was like, well, if a lot of people are moving over there, why wouldn't I, you know, start out now and start building an audience on that? And it's just an alternative, kind of has a lot more free speech. It doesn't get censored the same way. So, you know, it's finding content for all of that, because each platform is a little bit different. And that's what I find hard to be consistent with. I'm great like once in a while, but consistency, I find that harder.
So I'll share with you, for me, I share the same stuff on Instagram that I share on Facebook. So that's how I do a 2-for-1. They may be like, if I really go heavy on Juice Plus on Instagram, I usually don't post it on Facebook anymore, because I know that people know I'm the Juice Plus girl. So I may post it in my customer group, but not on my wall directly. And then the things that are the most like educational, or like in regards to nutrition, is what I post on LinkedIn. So if I have a really good nutritional post, like I did one today on orange peels and how beneficial orange peels are, like, I know that's going to be something that's going to blow people's mind. Like, oh, what, you eat orange peels? I put that on Instagram, I put it on Facebook, and I also put it on LinkedIn, because I was like, this is going to be something that will get attention, because I know when I heard them say there's more vitamin C in the peel of orange versus the actual orange, I was like, what? So like, I'm really cognizant of what I could like use across all 3, or what is just like, I'm not going to put a Juice Plus post on LinkedIn. I just won't. I'm not going to do that. But I will put the education behind fruits and vegetables, because that's just exposing them and keeping them informed of like, dang, I know I don't eat enough, or somehow just getting into their brain, planting a seed pretty much with LinkedIn. And what else was I going to say? And on LinkedIn, I don't post as much as I do on other platforms. I'll be honest. Like I post like maybe 2, mostly 3 times, because I don't post that much education every day on Instagram and Facebook. So then there's no crossover for LinkedIn. But I try to get in at least once a week. Like I try to post on LinkedIn so that I can stay in someone's feed. And I have gotten people that reach out to me that I used to work with that say, hey, I see that now you're a health coach, because I'm sure they saw that I'm posting all this health stuff and they're probably wondering, why isn't she posting like technology stuff? So yeah, to try and keep it simple and not overwhelm yourself, because it can be like, it's a lot. My lighting is changing here, but.
And I just bought a program. I haven't dug into it. My son sent it to me. So Colin has his own social media marketing business. So he's always finding stuff and we share books. It's funny. All these years it's come back around. So he thought I was crazy for doing business. I mean, I even remember him at one point, he said, Mom, why can't you just be like the other moms? Like, why don't you just go get a job like the other moms do? And I was like, okay, first of all, who's going to be the one driving you and all your friends everywhere? Because they're all at work. I'm the one that does that but he just didn't always get it, but now he does. And so we share information. He's 19 and it's just a lot of fun, but he sent this one to me where it's a guy that helps specifically network marketers with social media in Facebook, like providing pre-designed like posts that ask questions to get interaction, and then different quotes. So, like we're always trying to mix it up, but it's already pre-programmed. So I haven't even dug into it because I'm trying to get through the Ditch the Pitch program first. Like I want to finish that and then to dive into this. And it was about $300. So I'll let you guys know how it goes, but it's like a year's worth of posts already done for you in multiple different areas. So questions, quotes, and then just some other things as well. But again, designed to get engagement, but then he teaches you how to automate it. So you're not having to, like, you do it once and set it, and then it does it for you. So
that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
I'll let you guys know how it goes as I dig in.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I
don't know how many have used this, the Bible posting.
Mm-hmm.
I put it up there and I still haven't done it. but I did do some and the ideas are there. But what you're talking about sounds absolutely amazing.
I've noticed that
the background on the graphics that they give you, like, so you can make it more healthy by putting, changing the background. Like I said, I really have not dug into it. And then like the first program level was like $18. And then the next one, I don't know, was like $52. And the next one, I totally bought into the marketing of FOMO, I don't want to miss out. But then he has a $97 a month course that you can take, that he, like, you get 2 Zooms a month with him and other people that are using this program, and it kind of like personal coaching. And I was like, I don't want to spend $97 a month. But then I think about Colin was investing $1,200 a month for one-on-one coaching after he had gone through the initial programs that we paid for him to go through, and it was so valuable to him. So he was like, Mom, why wouldn't you spend $97 a month? Like, are you really serious about this business or not? And I was like, that's so funny, because he understands the, concept of like, you invest in yourself, you're investing in your business. And I was like, okay. I said, okay, let me just get through this Ditch the Pitch, and then I'll see about going back and doing the once a month. So I'll definitely keep you guys up to date on it.
Well,
And
Colin
Kristen-
has become the teacher, huh? Student becomes the teacher.
He has. It's funny. He'll send me books and I'll say, have you read this one? And he does the same thing. Jarrett, my husband, reads at least 5 to 8 books a week. I'm not kidding. Like, he's in 5 to 8 books at a time probably finishes
Wow.
one a week. And I mean, his office is full of books. Our bedroom is full of books. The other office is full of books. Like he just reads and reads and reads. And so that was always something Colin couldn't understand. Like, why are you reading all these books? And me too. But Jarrett got me into the self-help books years ago. And then oftentimes I'll say, have you heard it? And he's like, oh, I have that one. And same thing with Colin. He started getting him to read. But the very first book that Colin read that got his mind thinking was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And
Yeah.
we've all talked about that book forever, right? But he talks
Mhm.
about the 4 quadrants of how you make money. And Colin just realized he did not fit into the quadrant of being an employee and not even being a business owner, but in the entrepreneurial, side of things. And that's where he decided, it was about halfway through his senior year that he decided not to go to college and to go to start this. And so he found some programs. We put him through it was about, I don't know, $9,000 maybe total. But I'm like, that's way less than what we would have spent on college for him. And he's
real.
19,
That's one
living on his
semester.
own in Texas and completely self-sufficient. The boy has more money in his bank account than I do right now. So like it's worked. It's just a different
awesome.
mindset, totally different way of thinking of how you create income than what was available to us as teenagers. And I think that's something that we have to remember, Michelle, is all of this technology, it's just different. It's new. It's really not different. It's just a new way to put yourself out there, where
Mhm.
it maybe like when we first started, it was at booths, like being first, face to face, and that still works too, right?
Yeah.
Social media is just face to face with so many more people, even if it's just small moments of time that build your storyline that they know about you, and then they come back to you, or you start the conversation, or you see them in person and the conversation starts. So it's just a different way, a newer way of getting the information out there. So you were good to give us some tips on
Exactly.
that.
By the way, for those of you who didn't see the chat, I put the link for the viral posting plan in the chat there, so you can have that if you didn't know how to get to it.
Could you put that up again, please?
It's there. It's still there. If you click on chat,
Okay.
and then
Oh.
you can just copy that, or you could just click on it and it'll open up another
Okay.
tab for you to another page.
Okay. Thank you.
I want to come back to what Stacy was saying about the question posts, like how there's a program where you can purchase that. That is another way to get a lot of engagement. People that are using, like, what do you feel like is harder? I just saw was the most recent one I saw. What's harder, eating healthy or working out? And when you look, it might have like 11 likes, but when you look at the comments, it will have like 80 something comments, like everyone's giving their comment. So if you want to engage with people, that's a simple start if you're on social media. I think all of us are on social media, but starting with like questions like that, and people on our team have used some really good ones. I think I'm going to post that one soon, because I saw someone posted on our team that had so much engagement, and I was like, that is so good. Like, what a great way to start conversations with people that you never know what is going to be of interest to who. And I follow Gary Vee, and yeah, he has a potty mouth, but I mean, he shares some nuggets. He says, someone asked him, I just saw something today, and he said, Gary, there's so many things I want to talk about. How do I narrow down and focus on, the top? He was like, you don't. You talk about anything you want to talk about, because you never know what you're going to say is going to touch which person. Like, different people are going to relate to different information or different ways of you sharing that information. So don't withhold, which I have been guilty of withholding, feeling like I have to be like in a box. It's like, share everything, because something will resonate with someone. So yeah, I feel
think
like
it's
these
too.
questions are-
Yeah, I think it's really important to be yourself. Just be who you are and be authentic, and that engages people as well.
Yep.
Don't look at somebody
no
else
better
and say,
way.
oh, I have to be like that person, or I'm not, as I'm not young and beautiful like so-and-so is. So,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter who you are or what you are if you're your authentic self.
And even
I
on
just-
LinkedIn, I'm sorry, Kristen.
Oh, no,
What?
Michelle, I just wanted to let you know that I posted something on Team Transformers about a social media content summit on the 18th. It's an
Oh.
all-day summit with different speakers throughout the day, and it's free. So if anybody wants to join me, I already registered for it.
Perfect. That's so good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Say what it is
gonna
again,
check it out.
Kristen?
On Team
It's-
Transformers.
It's on Team Transformers. I posted, it's a social media content summit. You just have to go in and register for it.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and the guy who did the LinkedIn training, he was like, even though LinkedIn is such a professional, platform, don't feel like you have to be like this perfect, saying the perfect things on there. And you're going live, you just be yourself and be authentic and share your message. So don't feel like, oh my gosh, don't overthink it. We have so many things that we can share just from what we've learned in this community, so much. We would probably have to list it out so that we don't get overwhelmed, because we know so many things. And I think I take it for granted sometimes how much I know and how much people don't know from what I know, because I've just been in this world for 10 years. But there's so many little things that we share with people that blows their minds. Like you share, oh, did you know you're supposed to eat 9 to 13 servings? You think everyone would know that by now, but they don't. It's something simple as that.
Hey, Kristen, I'm looking for that link so I could put it here for everyone, but I don't see it on Team Transformers. Is it far down, or did you post it today, or?
Posted it on Thursday. I'm going to tag you on it so you have it.
That is just so fitting and timely that we had this
I know.
conversation and then that's happening. So
Yes, so true. I know.
really good.
Well, so the person, do you remember Katie, my sister-in-law, Katie Rickner, who did the social media training or marketing, I should say?
Yes,
So-
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sent this to me and said, you should share this with your team. So she was the one who organized or forwarded it to me.
Awesome. I see it too. So
Thursday,
know-
what's the 11th?
Nalani's going to share it in the chat. We have 2 minutes left. Does anyone else have anything they would like feedback or anything they want to share about how you're engaging? How are you engaging? Suggestions on how maybe you can engage a little bit better. Hopefully you got some value from today.
Thank you.
Yeah,
much.
You're welcome,
Stephen.
Charlene.
You've inspired me to try the reels. That's the one you did the reels, right, Michelle?
I did a reel. And just
Okay.
an FYI, if you do a TikTok actually transfers over to where you can put it on reels on like you can put it on Instagram and it will look like a reel. It will have TikTok's little emblem on it. I didn't know that. Like you can take a TikTok and put it on to reels, where reels you can only post it on Instagram. It doesn't transfer over to Facebook like everything else I post on Facebook, on Instagram. You can say, oh, also post to Facebook. It doesn't. It only stays on Instagram. So just an FYI, that's why that post is not on Instagram, and you can't, if you download it, it won't download the music that goes with it. So it doesn't make sense if you download it to your phone, because then it's just the moving and you don't hear the music that you're going in like time to. So TikTok's probably the better way, because TikTok you can post, download and post on every platform, but Instagram just gives you more exposure to people when you are creating in their platform. Everyone
And-
wants you to stay in their platform pretty much.
Right. And on TikTok, you can do different segments and piece them together. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, my
Okay.
daughter's been doing it for years. So Reels is just a copy of TikTok, pretty much. They've copied TikTok and put it on their platform so more people stay in Instagram and not go away to TikTok.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
Cool.
Thank you, Michelle. This has been great.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
you're welcome. All right, guys, 1:00, we did it right on time.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you. That was great.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome,
Bye,
Charlene.
everyone.
Have a happy birthday.
Yay,
You.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
All right, bye, guys. Have a great week.
Bye,
You
guys.
too. Bye.
You. Bye.
Yeah.